So speaking of the people, and like I said, like Lucifer will try and put people that have like reddish hair that are women around me because there's like the liberal politics, specifically in America, the far left liberal politics like gay, trans, LGBTQ, Black Lives Matter. That's all a proxy organization, like a front organization, basically. I mean, the government is involved too, in the fact that, but most of them, it's Satan. It's Satanism by proxy, basically. And the thing is that I understand the way they are, but I also don't really condone a lot of actions. Like this right here, they waited till I was like relaxed, and they try and surround me because they actually think they can get me. And do you understand what I'm doing, Lucifer? I'm trying to call you out. I know that you guys tried to put it there to make me think I'm the one. Like A, change it to E. It doesn't work like that. Not unless I'm actually talking about... If I was walking by here, said, see, I'm the one, and then all of a sudden I happen to be looking right there at the time, then it would be different. And even then, I would say, look what I made you guys do. I made you guys put signs here. Should I say my father made you guys do this so I could show you guys I'm the one, so you guys can have the free will to stop doing what you're doing. And same with humanity, that's why I got here early. But it's going to be hard to prove to people exactly, like even this. There's no reason why that needs to be here. It's like they have dementia. Now, I mean, that's more normal. That's more normal. That's not normal. That's somewhat normal. That's a little less than somewhat normal. That's not as normal because it's like specifically placed. It's not someone just going like this. It's like less than normal. That's not normal. That is 3. So it's like some weird thing where they know I like the number 3. That is not normal. It's like they have dementia where they put food around because they want me to feel like if I eat food, then they'll literally try and let's do this. I'm putting signs for Lucifer in this to understand it. I want them to think that if they're trying to get me, it'll make me their buddy. So they stop trying to get me, with quotes around that. Because they're delusional. They have a little delusional. Even that, stuff like that, like, that can be normal. I mean, that isn't. But that is that. Do you understand what I mean? And they're delusional schizophrenics. Believe it or not. So, I understand loving everyone. I understand black lives do matter. But it's being used against African Americans, black people, colored people, however they identify. It's being used against gay and trans people because Lucifer, and by proxy. And it's like Munchausen by proxy, almost too. Like opposite disorder, which I call Lucifer's disorder, by proxy. I would never want a human to think that Jesus Christ doesn't understand or love colored people. Or even that girl, it's like, I know it's normal for girls to itch and stuff like that. And too, like this, like, I don't know, go to your local food mart. Do you see stuff all randomly placed around? And if you do, look back 2 weeks later and keep looking. Do you see more of it like that? Do you see more and more of it like that? Because that's actually what they're doing, because they're looking for more of me. They're looking for other angels out there, and that they mistake for being Jesus. Because when I said we, they thought I meant a bunch of Jesuses. When I meant angels, that people that work under me in a hierarchy. And all I can think about is some of the signs I gave Lucifer, where it would be a heaven on earth if all people were to be understood. But what do you call it? And I am, believe it or not, being attacked partially by energy behavioral changing demonic type of weaponry that me as Jesus Christ can handle and still be able to talk efficiently. Like this is normal. That's more normal, I should say. This, that's kind of normal. I mean, some might have put it back. This is what's not normal exactly, because this is just the glove section. It kind of is, but they always put gloves everywhere because they're trying to turn me into them. They want me corrupted and evil, and they want to turn me into some sort of... They want me to think I'm a pedophile. They want me to think they're my family. But if they're my family, why are they acting like this? If they're another version of me, they want me to think they're all Jesus, believe it or not. I've explained it in other videos, but if this is someone's first video, they're trying to make me think that they're all me. It's like world's dumbest criminals. But evil. The evil version. World's dumbest torturers. Because they're trying to like brainwash me and hypnotize me into a state where I'll be what they call empty. Or I'm studying them at the same time as arresting them. And they'll do stuff like that. If they think of me as being all high up and mighty and like efficient and stern and like a leader, they'll start having they'll mimic me. They think of me as someone who'll be wearing a business suit when I'm Jesus. It's like, this is what modern day Jesus wears. Dirty sweatpants. I'm technically homeless right now. But I'd say it's more like a cop being undercover. So, because that's what I am to humanity. As a police officer, a doctor, a psychologist, I wouldn't consider myself exactly a priest. I'd be more like the actual king, the president of the world. Just not yet. That's what Jesus Christ is supposed to be. I'm not just some person who died on a cross to save people. I totally miss humans because they're trying to make me feel like that. And again, girls with reddish hair. And now they're trying to make me think that they always have their phones out recently because they want me. At first it was because they wanted me to get off my phone because they thought it was making me more into Jesus. Because they saw me go from being... How do I word this? It's kind of hard to explain, but Hayden Lonsdale wasn't Jesus. Hayden Lonsdale had to become Jesus. That's why I talked about in the Bible. It's like a weird way of wording it, and there's many different ways of wording it throughout many different Bibles. But the becoming Jesus, it's like a God consciousness that has to take over a human body. And even with that, like having phones, like I said, they'll do. And then that guy, believe it or not, they're trying to make me and the gay and trans people, because they have a delusion of that God hates gay and trans people, when he doesn't hate gay and trans people. He just doesn't want everyone being like that. They're just being brainwashed by Satan. Gay and trans people are usually depressed and sad and more mentally ill. Why would God want everyone depressed and sad and mentally ill? They're usually more confused, getting surgeries and having to take hormones. They get bullied. Why would God want that? It's what Satanists want. It's what, by proxy, like people in the government want. Like how I say it, it's I wish I could explain this in a proper way when I'm not like distracted and trying to also do other things. I wish I could pause this video and then do it again. I mean, I just feel like I might be offending people out there, and that's not what I would wish to do with the whole gay and trans and Black Lives Matter thing. Because so many people might watch this video, and I never want people to think that I don't agree with Black lives that do matter. All lives matter, but Black Lives Matter is being used to create division in a civil war and enhance racism, propagate it, make it bigger, make it more pronounced, make people depressed and sad so that they can feed on their energy. That's what they want. They want people's sad, negative energy because they're sociopaths. They're pedophiles. They're rapists. They're sadistic. They're the exact opposite of anything or anyone that is holy or righteous. I feed on people's being happy and nice, and that the world needed me to come back and kind of slap them into reality to show them that they're all becoming Satan. Not literally, but they're all becoming Satan. And Satan thinks of me as being Satan, basically. Because it's like, imagine someone who's evil, they would think that good is evil. Someone who's the exact opposite of holy would think of holy as being opposite. They have an opposite disorder. They're opposite people. And this is the type of stuff they do. Because they think it's going to scare me, or make me think they're on my side, or make me not want to hurt them. I mean, even that, like, I've come up with many different ways. Like, that's more normal. Having a bent can, having that next to that, having that there. I mean, I would consider that more normal. And, I don't know. I mean, even that's kind of normal, orange thing, but I bet they put that there just to make me think that's another Jesus. I was like, there's no such thing as another Jesus besides me. The one and only Jesus is Miss Me. And, I wish I could talk without saying, I know it makes humans subconsciously not want to listen to me as much, but I just want to make sure I'm very careful with the way I word things. And, if there's any questions people have, I would want them to actually, like, if someone thinks I'm just going into these stores and putting stuff here, I don't want to put that idea in anyone's head, but that's all I'm doing. This is actually real. I really am the real Jesus. And I really am returning, or returned for the end times, to announce that this stuff's real, and that I would never, ever lie about what's going on. I mean, there's no reason a toy should be here. If someone wants to think I did that, I'd say they deserve the opinion, and that with everything else I'm doing, they'd be in denial. If you saw the videos, I mean, what am I doing? Having that lady work with me? I miss humans, right? And I'm talking with them doing it. Because I timed it out knowing they'd be there in here with that store. I know that they see through time more than human. They're not from a different dimension. They're from a different planet that see in a different way. They perceive life on like a different plane. They're like, interdimensional doesn't mean exactly what you think. It's not like they come here like, they can teleport and come through some sort of portal, but it doesn't mean what you think. It just means they see through time, like I do. And they don't understand how I see through time because I have it disguised. I have it literally disguised so they can only read my mind as if I was just an intelligent human. Which they don't. They actually think I'm like mentally challenged. Like, they don't understand how I won't have a bad memory one day. They don't understand how I don't believe in their lies. It's like the world's dumbest criminals because, I mean, they literally don't understand how this will never make me think that they're on our side. And when I say our, I'm talking about my R because I'm trying to make them think that they can actually just keep pretending to be me. I want them to be looking for other me's out there. I want them to be able to be on camera everywhere, all over the world, doing the same stuff they're doing to me. And it'll prove that they're all just demons. Just walking around, looking for other me's to molest and torture. And do weird stuff to. Like, they'll have people walking around with, like, limps. And, like, it's all to make me feel weird. Like, I have a limp. My right leg I got hit by a motorcycle. Believe it or not, it was to prove to people that I'm Jesus. And it wasn't I wouldn't call it, I would call it on purpose, not on purpose. And they'll have people dressed in, like, bluish and, like, try and look like I should go to the mental hospital when I shouldn't. And they'll have, like the other day, there was, like, 5 people dressed as nurses. And someone might say, well, maybe there's a maybe there's a hospital nearby. Well, I'm in Miami. I mean, how many hospitals is there? And even if it was right when, like, I don't know if you can see, but if you were next to me, I can't go up to someone and film. I can, but, I mean, I don't really know what to say. They can call the cops. Someone might say, why don't they call the cops anyways? That's part of their stuff that, I don't know. I think they're really in a state where they don't understand how I'm never going to believe in their lies. And even right now, they just do weird stuff. it's kind of crazy what they're trying to do to me, and they don't understand how it's not gonna work. Like the limp guy, and it's like they'll have people walk around with limps like this. Like they always try and make me feel like I'm somebody else. Like one time, there was a situation where, like they'll do something where I'll be walking, and someone else will walk near me or horizontally to me, or I'll be walking and they'll try and make it so someone will get into a car at a specific time right when I'm horizontal to them, because they're trying to take the energy out of me. Because they actually think that deals with the devil are real. They think they can steal your soul. Souls aren't real. Souls are metaphorical. Souls are like what defines you, what makes you you, what makes you happy, what makes you tick. And if like imagine you had an accident, or you had a death in the family and it destroyed you. Someone might say it's like my soul was ripped out of me. It's a metaphor. If you made a deal with the devil, there's no such thing. If anyone ever watches this, especially in the government, and you made a deal with hive mind of aliens that all are connected in some way, and you don't know how or why that you feel the way you do, it's because of energy weapons most likely, and or your depression or you're scared. It's not a different world. They tried the same thing on Hayden. It's not a different world. It's not a different dimension. You're not in debt to them. God will forgive you, no matter what. I tried to even forgive them, and they're the worst people ever, because I felt bad that they have characteristics that are like children, that are like mentally challenged people. Like, it's hard to explain what's going on exactly with one video, because I could probably write books about it. I could literally write books about how mentally challenged they are.